So today's the day. Well, technically, it was yesterday, actually. December 1st was the day that I officially released my book, The Owner's Manual, A Guide to Sustaining a Coffee Roaster. And I didn't think that I would get emotional. I'm just looking at a camera and by myself in my office in Raleigh, North Carolina, and I'm getting a bit emotional as I'm looking at this. Um, I started this book. I actually wasn't going to share this, but if you give me a moment, a little peek behind the curtain. I've been keeping tabs of this entire project on this little tiny sticky note. I don't know why I chose such a small sticky note for such a long project, but I think I thought it was going to be faster when I started it. So I started writing the book back. I started writing the book back in March 2023. I finished writing September 2024. Editing took 4 to 6 weeks. I was done in November. Design started December 2024. Design was completed June 2025. The layout was done in August 2025. I paid the first deposit for the books in September 17th, 2025. I took delivery on November 2025. And I released the book officially December 1st, 2025. So we started in March of 2023, and here we are, somewhere north of 32 months, I think. Don't quote me on my math, but here we are, and it's been quite a journey. If you are on my newsletter, you'll know this, but I had asked my designer to design this book in what I thought was A5. So if you're not familiar, so there's different categories of books or different like subsets rather. And business books are typically in what's called trade formatting, and there's different sizing within trade, and it's like A1, A2, A3, or 4, or 5. And I thought it was A5, and come to find out that the book was not in A5. We had messed something up, and it was a miscommunication, and it was ultimately my fault. And as a result, we had to reformat the entire thing. And if you know anything about print, each page is one design. Okay, so if you go all the way to the end and you see how many pages are in this, oh, there's 211. That means that 211 pages had to get completely resized before we submitted to print. Everything was done at that point, but we had to go back and resize the whole thing, every single page, which threw off the formatting and threw off, the last sentence of a paragraph was on the next page, and so we had to reformat stuff and rewrite a few things here and there. And so all that to say is I thought we were done, and transparently I thought that we would have this completed, printed, and in my hands in April of 2025, and here we are. It's December 2nd, and I took delivery on them in November. But I thought I was going to have them in my hand in April, and I was a bit naive, to say the least. But here we are. And what I've been telling everybody is the next one will be easier because we know all of the pitfalls. And so, but I'm just thankful that this is here and that y'all can read them. And of course, there's a bit of anxiety that is with it as well, because as consultants go, the goal is to maintain the expert position always, to never expose yourself to being wrong, being incorrect, Because as soon as someone finds that maybe you don't have a perfect view on something, or an inconsistency in something that you are doing, you lose credibility. And while that is true, that we do need to be credible and we do need to be good at what we do, the reality is that whenever you do anything, there is little things that are wrong, little chips and little cracks and crevices in the things that perhaps an outsider might look at and say, oh, it's perfect. There's always little chips and cracks and imperfections and things that we do, because we're people. We're learning, we're growing, we're healing, as my friend Ty likes to say. So there's a bit of anxiety when you release something into the world. And I'm sure when you release a coffee into the world, maybe you feel anxiety around that, or when you have released a new specialty beverage or something like that into the world. Sometimes there's a little bit of anxiety of, what if people don't like this? Or what if they think I'm bad? So that's definitely there. But the reality is that my desire has always been to give more than I take from the industry. I even say that first couple pages of the book, and to be a net positive to the industry. And so this is the best way that I knew how to try and share my thinking broadly, because I can't work with everybody everywhere. And there is a limitation to how many people I can reach and how many people I can work with. And so this book is really a culmination of the last 9 years of being in coffee, and the last, almost over 15 years of leading people and projects. And yeah, now it gets to swim with the sharks. We'll see if it survives. So everybody who buys a book gets a little card. I write a little card to them. Physical book, I should say. The digital ones, they don't get these. But everybody gets one of these. And I should also say there's another little thing you get, which takes you to a playlist that you got to buy the book to get the playlist. It's 8 hours worth of music, and it's all songs that have been formative for me and have been a part of the journey for the last 9+ years in coffee. And that's a little something special and a side bit that you get. But everybody gets these, and I've been signing them off by saying, keep bringing good things into this world. And the reason I'm saying that is because I was on a podcast with Chris Kornman, who asked me a really probative question around thinking through how to release things, how to release a product, how to release a writing, and how do you know when something's ready to be released? And we sort of had a sort of back and forth, and he was very generous about it, but it was a good question, and it was a question that no one had asked me in any of the promotion and any of the other podcasts that I was on. And I really appreciated it, because the enemy of good is sometimes great. And if that is true, then when we keep things out of this world that are good for the world, we're essentially keeping something that the world needs from ever existing, or at least not existing today. And so when I say, I'm sending this out to swim with the sharks, what I'm trying to say is that I believe in this. I believe in the things that I say in here. There's probably some thinking that maybe I have changed. But it's important for us to put good things into the world, and to keep putting good things into the world, and not to forget that perfect is your enemy. We don't need perfect. We need good things over a long period of time. And yes, we need to continue to improve and get better, but don't hesitate to release something that is good into this world. We need more good things in this world. So here's the directive. Keep bringing good things into this world. We need it. Don't hesitate because you think it's maybe not perfect. Don't hesitate because you think maybe someone's going to judge you for it. Don't hesitate because you think the sharks are going to devour this. You better believe that people are going to devour this and probably poke some holes in it, as they should. And they are not going to notice all the little things that I cared about. And that's okay, because we need to keep bringing good things into this world. And if you have something good that's teetering on that edge of, I don't know if I want to release this yet, I don't know if I want to give this yet, put it out there. We need good things in this world. Not everyone's going to see the things that you worked hard on, the things that you cared about, the little details, but some of them will. And there's going to be people that are going to recognize that and value it and appreciate it, and they're going to learn from it too. So keep bringing good things into this world. We need it. As always, be well.